problem is this: you want to protect
You think
and
men and
provide.
women are equal?
No. What I'm trying to explain to you is this: for me, I rather invest in my female than give my female, and that's the problem.
You've never invested in me
because you had bad investments. That's why you're in nursing school. I'm trying to explain to you that the investments that you had weren't good.
That's not why I'm in nursing school. I've been working on my nursing degree since fucking 2019.
Why you don't have it yet?
I opened the business to help me get through nursing school.
Which was
because I needed a passive income.
Which was a bad investment. Right. Anyway.
I don't know who need to hear this, but fellas, it's okay not to go back and forth with a bitch. Because you a man, you said what you said. And men lead with authority. Don't argue with that bitch today.
I mean, I have been lucky with people that I've dated. So I've never been in a position where I didn't have someone like wanting to do things for me. So maybe he didn't like her like that, you know, because I in my opinion, I feel like if a man really likes you, he's gonna want to do things for you, especially because you're wanting to do things for him as well.
I agree.
So
I don't think Cam was saying he didn't want to do anything for her. What he was saying was, I see what you're trying to do, and as a business mind, that's not going to work. So I'm not going to invest in that.
But my initial thought, to be honest, when he said that was a bad investment, opening her business, well, why wasn't he the one paying her through medical school or her nursing degree? Huh? But two, if you thought in the moment or at the time that it was a bad investment, why didn't you tell her?
Because look how she's reacting right now, and maybe she
could react like that right now. They're not together.
Maybe she has a habit of not listening, because a lot of times with us, it gets to a point where we don't even want to take on the fight, right? Like we come into the situation trying to share our wisdom with you, but if you constantly reject it, we get to a point where it's like, I'm not even doing this no more. Like,
yeah, but then that goes back
to
Aaron's point that he didn't really like her then, because when you invest, you investing in yourself, you're investing in your future, right?
I'm sorry, I got to cut in already. Like the level of the level of entitlement, like he doesn't really like her because he won't just go ahead and make a bad investment. Like, where do they get these ideas from? It's like they live in la la land. He don't really like her because he's not willing to throw money away.
Because when you invest, you investing in yourself, you're investing in your future, right? Do you see a future with this woman if you're gonna let her go through a bad investment?
I don't think it's necessarily that. I think that if you're communicating with someone for the sake of just hearing yourself rather than getting through to them, then that's ego. And I think that a lot of times for us as men, it's like I'm trying to get through to you and I realize I can't get through to you, right? So maybe it's best, because what I want is for you to learn, and the method by which I'm trying to teach you is not working. So maybe let me try the other method. Maybe it's best that you fall flat on your face and let life be the teacher.
Crash and burn.
Me trying to teach you isn't working.
And also, you have to understand there are people that are self-sabotagers. And at some point, you have to step back and say, I'm going to let you sabotage it. I've given you all my wisdom. I've given you all my guidance. I've listened to you. We've had discussions. And if this is what you want to do, then I have to let you fail at this.
That part right there.
Fair enough.
It's not that he didn't like her. He probably saw it, again, as a business model. I've spoken to you and it's not going to work. Go ahead and try it.
And let me tell you what I realized. A lot of times when you're sitting back, letting that person fall flat on their face, you're sitting on the sidelines rooting for them. Like, yo, I hope that you get it. Come on, get it. Yeah. Get it.
I want to be wrong.
You know, I want you to learn the lesson. Like, come on. And sometimes you get disappointed, right? And you're like, okay, you eat it. Like, all right, maybe not this time. Maybe next time she's going to get it. But just because he's not actively trying to solve the problem for you doesn't mean he's not rooting for you. I think a huge issue is that we come into these situations with hard lines. Like even what you said, right? Like you're fortunate enough that you haven't been in situations with anyone that didn't want to make sure that you're good, but you still had to adjust those expectations in every situation because every man is different.
What do you mean adjust expectations?
What I mean by that is the expectation you may have for a man who made $500,000 a year, right? You might tweak that expectation a little for the man that might have made 150. It's not that he doesn't still make sure that you're good. It's just that you understand that this situation is different. So it's not my expectation is different, meaning I expect less from him. It's just that the man who has $10 that gives you $10 is more effort than the man who has $1,000 that gives you 100.
It's nothing.
Do you get
No,
what
I 100% agree.
and I think that that's part of the issue. A lot of women go into this not realizing that man has 100 and he gave me 50. Like, that's amazing because of the fact that she dealt with a man that had 500,000 that gave her 1,000.
And I actually agree with what you're saying, because if you're a multimillionaire, like, flying me out is nothing, taking me in fancy dinners, buying me stuff, it's nothing. It's zero. It's low effort.
It's low effort. Listen to the verbiage. Low effort. Translation.
This is probably one of the most unromantic ass generations in the world. Like, you literally gotta ask a man for dates, ask them for flowers, ask them for time. Like, it be so rare that you have a connection with somebody that want to do those things naturally. As a woman, I'm not telling you shit that you should already know. You should know that I like flowers. You should know that I like dates. You should know that I want time spent. Like, I'm not the bitch that you keep put up in the crib. I want to go out. I want to be seen. I want to have a time.
Yep.
I cannot do a boring nigga. That shit drives me insane. I like to have fun. I like to create memories.
Girls just want to have
If you're
fun.
boring, it will never, ever, 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 ever work with me.
With what you're saying, but I will say this. I always had the mindset of, I got a daddy, so I actually don't need anything from you.
Stop it.
Because if I need something from you, that puts me in a position to where, like, it's at your will.
Because what I live by is find the woman that wants nothing and do everything in your power to give her the world, because that's who deserves it. You understand? So for me, it isn't even about doing or making sure that you're good. It's about, once again, giving me the responsibility without the respect, having the expectation without the appreciation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times, especially for men, that's where we pull back, because we go so hard. We go into this giving you whatever we can, taking pride in taking care of you.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it's treated as if, oh no, this is just what you're supposed to do, you know, we're like, wait a minute.
No, and you're absolutely right. But like I said, I think if you have the position of, I kind of don't need you, it really does help sort of level the playing field. You know what I mean? As far as what expectations are. And then it also, I think, kind of confronts the other person. Like, dang, she don't need me? Everybody else need me. Like, what's up with that? And it kind of works in your favor because they want to do something for you.
It does, but I think that there's a balance with that, and you have to be careful.
Sound crazy.
Because
I ain't had no balance.
Because even if you don't need a man, I don't think you should ever tell a man I don't need you.
I'm gonna be very honest. And like I said, I may have been wrong saying this when I was younger, but I would always make it very clear. You trust me. You ain't got to do nothing for me, baby.
All right. Well, let me crack the window open and let you take a peek into our psyche. God designed us to be needed. So when you tell a man I don't need you, you're actually denying him.
No. But I'm saying, like, we're talking about finances, right? I'm not saying I don't need you to be a decent person. I don't need you to be observant. Okay. I'm not saying I don't need you to like.
Now I understand.
Because at the end of the day,
it always comes down to the money.
Self-sufficient. I can take care of myself.
I don't.
I'm here because I want you here, not because I need you here.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that it really just changes I think it changes the other person's perspective based on whatever their experience has been. When you find somebody and they're like, oh, she ain't asking for nothing, she don't need nothing. In my experience, it's been that's when you get everything.
Yeah, I mean, the want is greater than the need. The fact that you want me here will always be greater than you needing me here, to be honest with you.
Ironically, a lot of men that we've had on this show have stated that they would prefer to be needed versus, so that's my response. You see the wrinkles in your forehead right there?
But see, But listen to what you clarified. The need wasn't that I don't need you
to be a decent fucking human being.
exactly.
You said
So there's still a need, right?
A
It's
financial
still
need.
it's
That's not even a need. That is actually like be a decent fucking human being.
but it's still a need, you know, because look, women may need the
Stop it.
validation, right? As far as, babe, you look great today. You look beautiful. Oh my God, that outfit. Babe, the way your booty look in them jeans is crazy, right? And what men need is the simple
Thank you.
validation of not just the thank you, but
It's
babe,
different.
could you open this jar for me?
Again, when something ain't my ministry, yeah, I need you. Come
But see, but
do
there's
this.
still a need there. To tell a man, I don't need you because I got enough money to pay somebody to do it. That is what makes us feel disregarded. That's what denies us our purpose.
Because sorry, go
I
ahead.
want you to go.
It's no, because it's kind of like contradicting. It's like, what's the value in a woman that doesn't want anything? Because you said get a woman that doesn't want anything and give her everything, but then now you have all these needs that from her. You need her to make you feel like a man. You need her to not be as independent. But it's like you don't want her to ask for anything.
Let me clarify. Be with a woman that doesn't want anything other than your love, attention, and your time.
That's it right there. That's it. No matter what they say, it always comes down to finances. Whether they have it or don't have it, it's going to always come down to finances. All right? Character, height, and all that comes secondary. All that comes secondary. It's going to always be a power dynamic in the relationship, because when women bring economics into the equation, into the dynamic, that's what throws everything off, because they want equal power no matter what they say. You give them a relationship, they want to control the relationship. They want the relationship under their terms. So when they get that money or they get their daddy, that in their mind puts them at an even playing field. Everything else off the table. Love, all that off the table. Don't matter.
But what I'm saying is a woman that doesn't want anything other than your love.
But what is the value in that? Because like if we're building a future together,
What?
I want the best for our future. So if, for example, if you have something going on, I want to be there for you. If I have something going on, I
Right.
would hope and want for you to be a part of that or want to be a part of that. So if I need something that has to do with my business, or if I need something that has to do with anything I have going on, you would prefer basically for me not to ask you.
No, I
No.
mean, what you're talking about sounds like support. And I think
Well,
that should go both ways.
Like in many different categories, I'm saying though. So
Yeah,
I'm
not just
saying-
support for your business, but
Right.
support all around.
But this is my thing. If I need help in any category, are some of them an issue for you
Let's
if we're together?
I think where that comes is, and I think that a lot of times women don't think about this. Women are so concerned with a man creating a safe space,
Yes.
and they don't realize that men need a safe space.
A
as well.
dollar amount.
You
Fact.
understand? And
But I feel like women naturally do that.
no, they
No, they
don't
don't.
naturally do
They do
that.
not.
That, to be honest with you, most times they don't do that.
And actually, I'm sorry to cut you off. How do you create a safe space in your relationship? How about that?
I'm just kidding.
I feel like I'm just the ultimate safe space. So you don't want to ask me that. Like,
We probably need to bring Sister Shahrazad Ali out of retirement so she could teach these women how to create a safe space for their men. Because they think they know, they have no idea.
I'm
What does that
someone
look
that
like?
you can be very transparent with, open, honest with. I feel like you can talk to me about anything. If there's something difficult going on in your life, I'm the person that you would want to come to first, because I'm never going to make you feel bad about whatever it is you're going through or your situation. I'm going to be the person that holds you down in all categories. So I feel as though that's something simple that as a woman I've always provided. I'm not someone who's just here to just, oh, let's have a good time. It's like, you know, what do you need? It should be both of us working together.
Actually, so even though like Jada comes off like a certain way,
Chaotic.
I
yeah,
don't believe it.
Huh?
I don't believe it.
That's just a show.
It's a job.
No.
It's my job.
No. Like,
It is a job.
so like,
for the cameras.
I think that but I'm saying like perception is reality. So whatever people see generally is what they're gonna believe to be true. So I think even though Jada comes off as crazy or wild or whatever,
I do.
no, right. And the thing is that she knows it, but I also like just over the years, I can 100% see that Jada is a nurturer,
100%.
like much more than I am. Much more than I am, you know.
It's okay.
Because a lot of times when I speak on the podcast, I'm not speaking for me. I'm speaking for I see myself as Black woman. So sometimes I'll be like, I'll speak to you and it makes it seem like it's my situation, but it's not my situation.
Why not just the
I
woman?
am my auntie. I am my sister. I am my homegirls. So I be upset for them from seeing other people's experiences. I'm upset for the outcome of so many other relationships that I've been a witness to. So for me, I just be upset because of sometimes just the culture of us, you know?
No, I can understand it because I mean, look, I have 3 daughters. And one thing having 3 daughters has done is allowed me to see the world through a woman's eyes, right? And I say this to my male friends. I'm like, bro, can you fathom living a life where 90% or the majority of your interactions with the opposite sex is either for them to manipulate you out of something in your pants or to manipulate you out of something? Like, that's a very scary world to live in.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And
Flip
it's
that
so
coin.
crazy because, once again, my daughter's being out 11, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I literally will not go to sleep until they walk through the door because I see the world through their eyes. And I'm like, damn, like as a man, I can literally go to a club in the city, lose my wallet, end up on the train, fall asleep on the train, and make it home safe. That's not the experience for a young lady.
Question, do you think that you're an outlier with respect to that? Or do you think that men generally feel that way?
If you want me to be totally honest with you.
No, lie to me.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I've been saying that. And she's like, no, like, I think that that's the thing with you. Like, you see the world through your lens and you think that everyone is just like you. And that's not the case. You know, so I'm coming to learn, right? That it's not necessarily like that, but it's just that I'm not arrogant enough to believe that I'm special enough to be the only person like myself in the world. You understand? So me existing is hope for me. Like, no, there have to be others like me out there. You know, but I do also understand that I've lived a unique experience. Once again, I have 3 daughters. My daughter's mother died when she was 13. I was raising my daughter since 13 on my own. You know,
is this your 27-year-old?
a 22-year-old.
Okay, the younger.
Yeah, and I have a certain sensitivity towards women, right? But at the same time, I always say that I'm just like every other man in just as many ways as I'm different. You know, and me accepting that and understanding that is also my advantage because I'm not sitting here like I'm perfect. No, I'm flawed, just like every other man, right? At the core, I'm just like every other man. I have the same desires, but at the end of the day, I have the discipline and the self-awareness to be able to go, yo, that's not okay. Because for me, the bar that I set for myself is if I can't say that I would be proud for any one of my daughters to walk through my front door with a clone of myself, then there's something wrong. And I can honestly say, if any one of my daughters walked through my front door with a man just like myself, I'd be happy.
And it wasn't always like that, though.
No, it wasn't always like
it wasn't.
That. This is where I've got. This is where I've grown to.
I can relate to that, 1,000%. Because the old me, no.
Exactly.
Get him out the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Like bad boys at the door, like, what you doing with my door?
Block that number.
Well, you know, I always wonder about that. Like men that have daughters, it's like you behave in a particular way. However, you teach your daughters something totally different.
I'd say men that have daughters that are present in their lives. Because there is.
Well, I mean, that's what I meant.
All right.
I don't mean just having a kid somewhere out in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
What do you mean by you teach your daughter something totally different?
You're not the example of what you would want your daughter to date. It's like,
Okay. I think he just explained that when he said that he's flawed just like every other man and has the same wants and urges. He just explained that. I don't know why they're trying to double down on that. But the original thing on this video that I wanted to highlight was the entitlement of women in that they sell men on love, but it really comes down to finances. All right? Shout out to CGA Men are in love, women are in business, and that's just the way it is, man. They're going to sell you on love, but it comes down to that finances. It's always going to be business in the end. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to catch you on the next one, man.
Okay, so she don't know that I have a TikTok. It's specifically for black men, and I tell them how to drink their water, and I check on them. So is there anything you want to say to the black man right now? I only have like 50,000 followers.
You are loved.
You see that? You are awesome and you are loved. Yes. So please drink your water.
Mind your business.
Oh, mind your business.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Mind your business. Drink your water.
And have a blessed day.
And have a blessed day.